I'm gonna make some kind of ham soup with the things that I have left from what we ate on Christmas. You can see that I pulled all the ham off the honey baked ham. And this is the bone. And this is the stuff that Travis can still make sandwiches with. What I'm gonna do, there's meat left down there, which is good because it tastes good. I'm gonna put some water in there. You want to use water out of the faucet, because if you use bottled water, you wasted your money. And I'm mad. You could be giving that money to stopping Coney. Let me start boiling it. And you see if you have an onion left. I might. I have a potato and 2 potatoes, which is 3 potatoes. Here's an onion. I probably don't need to dice it because I'll probably go to the store and buy another onion, but this will make the stock taste good. So I could probably just punch it. That was a bad idea. That'll make the water taste like onions. And like with everything, solid handful of garlic, kind of like that. Where'd I put the top? Oh, I never took. Oh, here's the top. All right, and then you cover that and cook it until it starts to smell good, and see if anyone that came over left beer. I have way more than 2 potatoes or 3 potatoes. I have this many. You get your strainer out, or I get my strainer out. You should clean potatoes because they grow in dirt. And dirt's filled with worms, and worms are what fish eat, and fish have bacteria. Fish can kill you. Fish are like little sharks. That potato feels kind of soft. I don't peel them because I let Jesus take the wheel, and the peels are good for you. And you don't even notice it in the soup, in a soup. This potato looks funky. I think I'm gonna cut it in half. I don't trust it. Maybe half of it's good. Oh yeah, like the whole thing is good. I'm just being paranoid. I don't need potatoes for a really long time, so there's really no reason to wash them right now. I found a bunch of parsley stems, which normally I wouldn't put in like the final product of soup, but I'm making a stock, so I can just throw it in there because it's all gonna get strained, except for like the meat. There's still meat floating around in there. That's good. It's good to put water on it. Then you open the top of your soup. You put that in there. Like that. Leo did leave some beer, but I drank it. So I've got Joy to the World, the wine is here, crafted by Kathy. He brought that over too. It was from Kathy. with a K. If it tastes like it tastes good in there, I'm gonna put it in. Oh, it's super sweet. This is already like a honey baked ham, so I really shouldn't put it in there. But I opened it, so it has to go in. I'll give the actually, it's really good. It's more like a sangria than a wine. Well, sangria is wine, but it tastes like a sangria. I guess it tastes like Kathy, because it says crafted by Kathy. But it tastes good. Probably not great for cooking with, but it's okay. It's just the stock. You can do whatever you want to it. You can put a boot in it. A boot. 2 boots. I'm gonna put some stuff in the stock. Some cayenne pepper, because I think it tastes good. Just do that, that'll be easier. Some some sauce, starts with a W. Some salt. I didn't add a lot of salt, so I could add soy sauce, because that's basically just salt and Asia. And Asia tastes good. You have to remind me not to add anything really sweet to it, because it's already honey baked. That's oregano. I'm basically going to add a bunch of stuff and then see how it smells, and then see how I can fix the taste that I made. Pepper goes in every food, except for like cookies or cereal. Some crushed red pepper. You're supposed to put bay leaves in it. By you're supposed to, I mean you should. I've never made this before because I don't know what I'm making. It's gonna be a ham soup with 4 potatoes. Bay leaves, 2 bay leaves. Don't eat those. My mom said that they'll cut up your tummy, or they'll cut up a cat's tummy. I don't know. One way or another, bay leaves never stay. And then you add way too much thyme. I did. You shouldn't. I'm looking at what I have in the cabinet, and I'm thinking if it starts to taste really bad towards the end, I'm going to use cream potato soup to fix it. I might just put it in anyway, because I like creamy soup. Tuna's not going to help. Ramen noodles. Probably... I've stolen the little flavor packets from ramen noodles to make soup good. Like if I didn't have bouillon cubes, but I don't think I have a ham flavored one. Alright, seems like there's nothing useful in here. Rice, I could put rice in it, but if anything, I'd want beans. But my starch is going to be potatoes, so I don't need beans. Because in every soup you need something that used to have parents and a starch. Like rice, noodles, or potatoes. Always buy this, because when you cook, it comes in handy a lot, because it tastes good. I'm going to keep it out. May not necessarily use it, but it's good to have. This is Creole seasoning. It's better than just salt, because it has something else in it. What else does it have in it? Well, it doesn't say. You're keeping secrets. Kind of smells like spicy seasoning salt that my dad used to put on burgers. Lorry's. I don't use it, but this is like essentially the same thing, except a little bit spicier. Creole. Got the flavor on there. I started cutting potatoes. I cut them like that. I didn't do a very good job because they're sticking together. But they're going to be in hot, boiling water for a long time. So they're going to come apart. This is a ceramic knife. It was $2 and it works better than my $60 knives. And it's all chipped and shitty, but it's super sharp still. It's probably my sharpest knife, so I'm just gonna use it. That's not how you're supposed to cut stuff. You're supposed to go like point down and then do it like that. I don't know. I read that somewhere, or more than likely I saw a video about it. It's probably Ratatouille. More than likely Ratatouille. I've cut my hand before really bad. I bet you have too, whoever you are. I'm making some of them bigger than the other pieces because you want a variety of textures. I just don't care. I do care to a certain extent, but yeah, that was that gross piece on that potato. I'm not gonna eat that. It looks like it's got a little, like an eyeball was growing there. It's like all brown. It kind of looks like, I don't know, walnut paste. After I cut the potatoes, I put it back in the strainer, and then I wash them. I wash the potatoes again, probably in cold water. Because it's actually a really long time before I need these. I'm going to press this button. God, it's friggin' raining. And, I don't have any beer left. Well, I do, but I just can't find it. Because I, put it somewhere. And I can't remember where I put it. But, I know I have a beer in the yard. And I put a little bit of wine in the stock, but it won't be as good without some beer in it. So I'm going out into the backyard to get that Pabst Blue Ribbon that we left out here on my birthday. It's raining a lot. This is dark. There it is. You see? It's unopened. There's the piano we burned. My glasses are all foggy because I went outside. I don't need my sweater anymore. This thing's boiling like crazy. You're supposed to do it slow for like 3 hours. But I don't really... Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm gonna pour some of this beer in it. Because I like the way that beer tastes. Smells good. Guess just let it do that for 6 o'clock now. I'd like to eat by 7. So I'll probably let it do this for until like 7. I might add some more stuff into it. Can really smell that basil. Probably put way too much basil in it. Yeah, before I said I put too much basil in it, but what I meant is oregano. I put too much oregano in it. This is basil. It doesn't smell like that. It can have some though. And I have adobo. Doesn't really smell like anything. Probably wouldn't hurt. It can go in there. Did I put paprika in it yet? No. I did not. What else do I have? Parsley. I put parsley stems in it, but that's not the same. Curry. Do I want this to be spicy? Just a little bit, not a lot of it. Kind of was a lot of it. What is that back there? That's red wine vinegar. That doesn't go in this. Well, it might. You just gotta see what it smells like. Yeah, that would be bad. It would be really bad in this. Yeah, that would taste bad with red wine vinegar. But red wine, yes, is good. I wonder if Travis will pick up an onion for me. Or maybe like some celery. It normally goes in this stuff. I just looked at a recipe online on how the white man wants you to make potato and ham soup. And they said carrots and onions and chicken stock. But I don't understand why I would need chicken stock if I'm making a ham stock. So, I don't know about that. But I should probably go to the store really quick and get an onion and carrots and celery. I think I will. The stock is still going. It's like 6:13. And I want the stock to be done by 7. And then go from there. And then eat at 8. I know before I said eat at 7, but I was wrong. It also said like heavy whipping cream, which I agree with, but I have cream of potato soup. That would probably work. It's gonna taste good. Just you wait. It's 6:18. I'm gonna drive to Drug Mart, and I know they have onions, but if they don't have carrots, I'll just get canned carrots. They're a little bit softer, like a lot of bit softer than normal carrots. But I'll just add them like late on in the process, and it'll be fine. And I can't forget to get milk. They have organic baby carrots. That's like real carrots almost. Oh, they have like not cut up yet ones, but I don't want to do that. I'll get celery since I have some. And beer. I'm looking at it, so I'm gonna get it. In case I don't like the texture with just potatoes, I'll get beans too. It'll go with it. And I got this just in case it doesn't taste enough like chicken. And I got onions. And beer. So that's good. Alright, I'm back from Drug Mart. And I have juice and beer, and I left all the other bags in the car. Alright, I have celery. This onion. These beans, which I may or may not use. Heavy whipping cream. Carrots. And another onion, which I won't use. And chicken bouillon, because it said something about wanting chicken stock in it, so I'm going by my own recipe, but sort of trust the internet's judgment on a lot of things, so I'll just put one little thing in there with the stock, and it'll give it a nice little chicken taste. It's hard to tell from your smartphone while you're pooping over the internet, but that smells really good and a lot like ham. And the meat's falling off that bone in there. They're falling apart. I realized I made way too many potatoes. I always make way too much food. So I'm just gonna make these a little bit smaller. Why am I making it smaller? That doesn't make any sense. I'm making it smaller because I don't want to wait until 9 freaking o'clock to eat food. And they will cook faster. That's science. In retrospect, if I had known that I was going to go to Drug Mart and buy beans, I probably wouldn't have cut potatoes at all. But it's too late now because I cut them. While the stock is finishing up, I'm going to cut celery. And if you're making this at home, you should too. You should have done it already. Celery is stupid. It's like $2 for this big thing of celery, and then you get like this much celery, and it's stringy and it doesn't even taste good. I don't understand why it's in every recipe. Honestly, the cost to flavor ratio is pretty horrible. It adds texture to some things, but when you're cooking it, that gets rid of the texture. So what do you have left? Little green stringy things. But I'll put it in soup because it's the day after Christmas, and that's what Jesus would have wanted. I'm done cutting my worthless, pointless celery, so I'm going to put it in a bowl. And I got these carrots. My mom always, like, when she makes beef stew or something, or chicken noodle soup, she'll just throw them in like whole like this, like big, which is probably smarter to do because if you're not cutting your own carrots and you're just being lazy and getting the baby carrots, you might as well actually save time. But I'll make them tiny because I don't like big freaking carrots. You probably don't want to do too many of them because I don't want to make that much soup because it'll only be like me and Alex and Travis and maybe Ashley, if it tastes good, eating it. Or maybe Troy. Definitely not Campbell. I have a bowl of carrots and celery. Okay, it's like 7 o'clock, so I'm done making the stock. It's time to do the stock thing. So you should let it cool down for a few minutes before you do this, but there we go. Just pour it into a strainer and into another pot. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Wow. That made a lot of stuff. Looks like a piece of bacon. And now I have a bunch of ham stuff and punched onions here in a strainer. I bet someone creative could do something with that, but I'm probably just gonna throw it under my shed. Because I like to watch gophers eat it. Alright, now my stock is in a different pot. I'm gonna pour out all the gross stuff from the pot the stock was made in, and then pour this wonderful stock back in. It smells really good, which means it'll taste good. And put it on high, and potatoes are gonna take forever because I only made some of them tiny, so we're just gonna start that right now. Oh yeah, I should put ham in this. I gotta cut up ham. I put in way too many freaking potatoes. I'll take them out. I'm gonna cut an onion. Normally I would just throw it into the food processor and mince it up into little tiny pieces. But like with soup, I like to notice that there are onions in it and not just an onion paste that kind of became liquid and the rest of it. So I'm gonna make them a little bit coarse onions. Now the trick to cutting onions without crying is listening to Fall Out Boy. But I'm not listening to Fall Out Boy right now because I'm cutting. I want my phone to hear me for some reason. I thought this was a good idea to record me making the soup. You cut an onion. I got a tummy ache from drinking beer I found in the yard. It's been like 60 degrees out. And that's been out there for like since the 12th. And it is currently the 26th. So probably wasn't great. Luckily I'll have some delicious soup soon to make me feel better. So I added in my onion, and I have the stocks on high, and I got this Hambone. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes to put in the carrots and the celery. I should probably cut up some ham. I'm gonna make sure that I only cut up the pieces that aren't good to make sandwiches. That's like all fat. Maybe I should make them really chunky instead of cubed. Those are like perfect for sandwiches. There's very few not perfect pieces of ham. Okay, let's put some ham. Doesn't matter, any kind of ham. That's plenty of ham. It's a ton of ham.
Shining up a chicken in the morning, morning, shining up a chicken in the morning.
See that? It's pig fat. You want that. See that? It's meat. You want that. I want that. We both want that. We're gonna put it in our soup. Fat. Get out of here. Out of here. You want to cut them into little cubes or isosceles triangles. Yuck. I'm not gonna record me cutting ham. I'm cutting ham. There's a lot of chunks of fat in there, but that should just like melt off into the soup. And I'm pouring heavy whipping cream into it, so I mean, a little bit more fat isn't gonna hurt anybody. Look at that. It's like a lot of fat on that. I'm just gonna throw it in there and I'll remember to take it out when it's time to eat it. I definitely added too many potatoes because I still have to put the that in there, and the pot's like that full, so I'm definitely making too much. But I'm gonna put a little bit of water in it. that much water. And then gonna let that do its thing, and then in 10 minutes I will add carrots. And then 5 minutes before, like 10 minutes before I serve it, I'll add the heavy whipping cream and then do any flavor adjusting. I took my Hambone out of the kitchen because it looked gross, and I put it in this bucket because it's like big chunk still stuff on it, and I think me and Travis will probably use the water balloon launcher with it later and give it back to God. The time is now 7:24. These are carrots and celery. Now it's in the soup. It's very thick. There's a lot of stuff in there. It probably tastes good. It will taste good. Oh, that smells like ham. It smells a lot like ham. It's a little bland. I'll fix it. What you gotta do when you're still down no taste no good, what you gotta do is you gotta put it in the phono. You gotta get it spin real fast there. There's the flavor. What you do next is you read up here. You get a little bit of that there. The pepper that I can't find because I put it somewhere. You get that little bit more of that cayenne pepper. You put it in there. Put a little paprika. Add it in there. And then you come over here. You put a little bit of that sage. That's what they put in sausage, so it go good with the pork. And then what you add next is you find the freaking pepper. I realized that if it ends up tasting bad, I can always just put that cream of potato soup in it. That'll make it better. Yeah. Those are bouillon cubes. I kind of trashed my kitchen, so while I wait for the soup to be done to the point where I can add heavy whipping cream, I will clean. I turned the heat down a little bit. It's 7:39. So at 7:55, I'll add the heavy whipping cream. At 7:50, I will turn the heat off. Because you don't want heavy whipping cream to curdle. It's going to be like big chunks of weird cheese. We don't want that. I don't want that. I started cleaning. By cleaning, I mean unloading the dishwasher. You should unload your dishwasher right now, too. Wash your hands first. There's onions on it. It's going to make your dishes taste like onions. Which is good for some things, bad for others. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna check, ow, it's hot. I'm gonna check, if this stuff is still hard. I highly doubt it. because those potatoes don't have a lot of skin on it. So, gonna do that. Pull a little bit of this good stuff out. Poke. Oh yeah, it fell apart. What about you, Dr. Carrot? Oh, you fell apart too. Oh, it's all falling apart. It's soup. It's soup, Ashley. It's soup. You're welcome. I turned the heat off. It's 7:49, so it's 5 minutes earlier than I thought it would. But it's like it's soup now. So I'm gonna let it sit and cool off for a minute, and then when I get back, I'm gonna put the heavy whipping cream in there. I'll wash my hands first. It's 8:03. It smells hammy and good. Heavy whipping cream. That's what the soup looks like. It looks like that now. For all intents, my thumb is over the camera. For all intents and purposes, it's done. But I'm gonna taste it and then go from there. Gonna put the heat on low. Get your hand out of the camera and stir it a little. Ooh. And take out a sample. It definitely smells good. I make a little mess. I like Panic at the Disco. Needs pepper. Fuck it. I'm gonna add beans. Add a can of beans. If you're following the recipe at home. Since I'm opening cans, I'll do the cream of potato soup too. Why not? Why not? Put the heat back on. Back on. Turn it back on. Put it on high. No. Medium. Don't want to mess with that cream. Drain your beans. Rinse your beans. I can see me. Put it in there. I put it on high. You don't put it on high. I put it on high. I'm gonna waste some cream of potato soup if I don't like the way it smells. I actually really don't. Kind of smells like garlicky dog food. Oh, there's potatoes in it. It's got a good oniony flavor in it, though. I think it'll thicken it up. I think with how much soup I made, probably needs a little bit more heavy whipping cream than I got, so I'll just put it in. Who cares, right? No one cares. Cream of potatoes. Milked fresh from the ripest, most pregnant potatoes in the world. Look at this. It's a cyclone of flavor. It's beautiful. La Katrina going right over my house. I'm starting to wish that I did peel the potatoes because I'm getting little chunks like that. That's what happens when you put the heat on too high. Falls off. Tastes good. This soup is super done. Super duper done. I'm making it really hot for a minute to make sure the beans aren't weird like they were just out of a can, because they are. It's 8:17. So you kids at home can do the math on how long I've been doing this. I did other stuff too. Like I loaded the dishwasher and drove to Drug Mart and found a beer in the yard that hurt my tummy. So I think it's time we eat it for real. Alright, here's the final product. It looks like that. It looks like soup. With ham and potatoes. I'm gonna bite some. Now I'm gonna tell your computer how it tastes. Yeah, peel your potatoes. This is annoying. It's really hot. Tastes really good though. Ow. It tastes really good. So you can make this at your house.
Alright, my brother just made a ham soup. He spent about, I don't know, like a few hours making it. Here it is. He had a bunch of stuff. Make me watch a video review he was doing it on it. Gonna taste it out, see how it is. Look at that, it's got looks like it's got potato skins. I love potato skins. It's got carrots, maybe celery for texture, which is good and all. Oh, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a try here. Gonna pour some blow on it, so it gets all cool, so I don't burn my tongue. Oh, potato skin, so good. Okay, all right. It burns. It's hot. I give it 10 A's and 3 gold stars. But why would I eat all this when I got all of this? Cheese balls!
There we go. We got it now. This used to be something really, really alive. And now it's gonna be something really, really in the sky. Turn it around. That's Alex. That's Alex.
Hi.
It's Alex. Get strong. Like the delicious soup.
Wait for this car first.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the car.
Hold on.
Back to God.
Across the street.